welcome back guys, your host with the most, MVR, going to be bringing you some Advanced Warfare today. It's been a little while since I last uploaded some COD gameplay onto the channel. Really, I haven't been playing COD, I've kind of been lost. I don't know what's been going on. Weird things have been happening in life, aliens and all that crazy stuff. So today's game is not actually from me, it's from Cronikkles, who you would have seen a video up earlier on the channel when it first sort of launched. He did a little compilation. He asked if I would upload this video to the channel. He doesn't really want to speak in it because he's a noob, you know, what can you say about that? So I thought I'd speak over it. Some really cool gameplay on Search and Destroy. I used to love Search and Destroy, and I haven't played it for so long that on Advanced Warfare it's such a quick-paced game. I'm generally dead within the first second, but my good buddy here, Cronikkles, absolutely dons, makes a nice match out of it, and I thought what I would do, as I mentioned before, was that I was going to pick a topic to talk about, you know, something you guys would be interested in, instead of me just blabbering on about, you know, this dude with whatever gun he's using running around. Oh, he's got his iron sight there, what a bad man, oh, there's a double kill. But besides that, we're going to be talking about an idea that was sent in by Jordan Anime, good friend. He's on the channel a lot, very appreciative of that. He asked me in one of the previous videos what is my favourite type of game, i.e. genre, theme, gameplay type, and why do you like that type of game in particular to more than others. Now, that's a very good question. As you sure you guys are aware, there are a lot of games to play. At one point I used to be quite a fan of single player games as well. Back in my day there was no online, so single player was the only way forward. But since the movement of online gameplay, where I first really got into it back in the PS4 on Unreal Tournament, I haven't really touched a single. There's not been many single player games that I can think of I've actually touched. I might have played it for like an hour and then I've got bored of it. GTA, I played that for about an hour, never completed the single player. The only ones of late, probably the last game I actually completed was Heavy Rain, and that was a while ago, but that was a really good game. If you got PS3, I recommend checking it out. Hopefully they might bring a new one out for the PS4, or even a remastered one with some updates, because it was the best single player I've ever played was Heavy Rain. That's beside the point. So online gameplay, it all really kicked off with Unreal Tournament 3. I mean, that game was so badass. I can't wait till they release the new one. I think it's actually going to be free to play. Don't know if it will be coming out on consoles. It was originally a PC game, PC Master Race and all that good stuff. But yeah, Unreal Tournament was a sick game. Very similar. It has a similar feel to Advanced Warfare, because you had all your double jump. You could sort of You could just glide away over the place. It had all cool sci-fi weapons and whatnot. Very sort of quick-paced game. And the coolest thing, what made it so cool and it felt very rewarding when playing, was like when you get a double kill on hero or something, or a headshot, you know, it'll pop up with your little badge, which is cool. But on Unreal Tournament, and this was through them all, not just the third one, it'd be like headshot, double kill, monster kill, godlike, legendary, all these cool things. And when you got onto this killing spree and that came out, you felt absolutely badass. I loved it so much. It was such a well-placed game, and I was really sad. It was the game I probably put the most amount of time in, bar League of Legends. I don't even want to think about the amount of time I put into that. But on Unreal Tournament, it was the first game that really got me into online, and I spent hours and hours of my life, as I wasn't really doing anything at this point. I was around sort of 17, wasn't at college at this time, so I was just smashing Unreal Tournament day in, day out, sleep, Unreal Tournament, sleep, Unreal Tournament, and that was literally it, and I enjoyed it so much. And I think the highest I ever got was about 8th in the world server. Not sure how it actually works in the world server. On the PS3, I guess Xbox, PS3, PC all have different servers, but however it worked, I was 8th on the PS3. I don't know if that's worldwide or not, but I was pretty badass in the game, and I loved it so much. And from there, I got into Call of Duty, World at War. Never played any other CODs. World at War was the first Call of Duty I picked up, and I loved that game as well so much. I love the whole World War II side. I really dislike the fact that they don't have that anymore. COD's lost that touch. It's all gone down the advanced warfare kind of route. And same with Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor used to be such a sick game for World War II. World War, just in general, the whole feel to it was so nice. Even some of the Battlefield games, but they've just lost that now, and I don't really understand why. I do like the whole advanced warfare side to it. It's pretty cool, but there needs to be. I'm sure if one of these companies, whether it be Battlefield, or whether it be COD, even Medal of Honor, just come back, bring a sick-ass World War game with a brilliant storyline, and most importantly, the multiplayer. And I would give you all my money I have right now. That is what I want. And COD really did nail it down. It was a really good, fun online experience, and maybe I've kind of grown out a little bit of COD, and that's where it kind of leads to my now point, where I'm not that much into first-person shooters anymore. This COD has really, I haven't enjoyed COD since Modern Warfare 2. I haven't even bothered to play them, but this one I've really enjoyed. It's been good fun, probably because the whole sort of quick pace to it with the double jump makes it a little bit more lively. It's good fun. It sort of brings a sort of little sci-fi element to it, but I've lost interest with first-person shooters, and this is where it now moves on to my next point of strategy games. And strategy games, as to the point of what Jordan was asking me, is was my kind of favourite type of genre, and I would have to say strategy games. I like games where I like to say individual skill level comes into it. There is an individual skill level to COD, don't get me wrong. You can be a badass in COD, as Cronikkles is proving. He's completely done in this whole search and destroy campaign at the moment, or campaign game, whatever way you want to look at it, being a bad man. But on a strategy game, for example, something like StarCraft, if you've ever played that, it's a Blizzard game, RTS, real-time strategy. It's so you have to put so much thought into everything you do, from the first unit you build to the last unit you build to the first to the first structure. Everything you do can change the whole game. If I say, for example, I'm playing Zerg, I want to go for a Zergling rush. I send 6 Zergling into their base. If I don't play this right, or if the other player's better than me, then he can hold it off. If he holds it off, my whole economy's now fucked, because I've decided to go for this rush instead of building up my economy, gone for the units. And there's so many different strategies, and there's so much thought process. If you start getting rushed in StarCraft, you've really got to be in the zone to deal with that, and you don't really have that kind of pressure on COD. I don't know. It probably sort of is, but I feel, for me, strategy games are what do it. StarCraft, I got up to Diamond, almost got into the Master League in that, which is the highest tier. I think it's like the top 200 people in whatever server, like EU West or NA and whatnot. But I never got into it because I stopped playing StarCraft and moved on to League of Legends, which is now probably my favourite game at the moment. I've kind of been playing that for the last 4 years now, looking for something new to come out. They have recently just updated the map on it, which makes it was what it was needed. When I first started playing League, I was like, man, this just doesn't look good. But at the same time, I don't play the game for the graphics. I play it for the content and the enjoyment I have out of it. But they obviously have a nice graphics does make. It has a nice feel to it, and certainly the new League of Legends really update has got a really nice feel. But League of Legends is my favourite game because on this game there's no other feeling. This is where I was kind of coming down to the skill thing. This I think was my point, and I was not putting it across very well. For example, on COD, if I kill someone, I don't really care. Search and destroy, maybe a little bit, but there's no real reward for killing anyone on COD. But for example, if I'm playing League of Legends, and for you guys who have never played League, don't really know what it is, it's a free-to-play game. It's called a MOBA. I can't actually think off the top of my head what MOBA stands for, but basically it's turret defense. There's so many turrets, you have to defend it. For example, I'd be in the top lane, normal lane I play, I go in there, I've got a turret there, the enemy's got a turret, and we have a 1v1 battle. There's minions in there, you've got to farm these minions. But whilst farming these minions, you have to pay attention to what your enemy's doing. You kind of try and poke your enemy, and sometimes you might just have a full-blown fight. And if you kill them, you kill that person in 1v1, the feeling of actually killing that person is such a good feeling. It's a really nice buzz, because it's literally, I've just owned your ass. In a 1v1 fight, I've owned you, and now I can come back in a lane, and because I've killed that person, I've got more gold, and I can buy a better item, which means I probably can kill them again. But then you have a jungler which can get involved, and if the jungler comes, it can change things. And then also you have your other lanes, and then you have the whole team fight stage, and there's just so much thought, and you don't really have that in COD. If I kill someone on COD, even if I got on a flipping 20 kill streak on COD right now, I wouldn't really be bothered. But if I was to get on, say, a 20 kill streak on League, which would be pretty hard to do, but certainly is possible, I would be feeling on top of the world. I'd be buzzing, I'm carrying the team. But you don't really I don't have that feel that I can carry a team on COD. Potentially you could be carrying the team, but you don't feel like you're carrying a team. And I think that's trying to get the point across. You can do all this in COD, but people might be different. But for me, I don't get that feeling. I don't get that satisfaction when killing someone on COD, or when I'm on a killing spree. I don't have that. But when I play a game like League of Legends, I feel like an absolute don. When I kill someone in a team fight, you could be in a team fight, and for example, if you got a, I don't know if there's a pentakill on this, I think it's like a super kill where you kill 5 people, whatever, but if I got a pentakill on League of Legends, it does not happen often. Supposedly, you see 1 in every 200 games you play, on average, but it probably works out more than that, I don't know. But you see, if you were to get a pentakill, the feeling of actually getting that pentakill, the fact that you've killed all 5 people people on their team, you killed it, not necessarily on your own, but you know, you've got the last hit, you secured the kill. It's such a nice feeling. Even on the enemy team, they're like, oh, well done, you know. You don't have that on here. You just don't have that satisfaction. And for me, that's why League of Legends, or strategy games in general, are my favourite kind of games. At one point, as I mentioned, first-person shooters when I was a lot younger, but since moving into PC gaming, which was probably, I'm 23 now, getting old, I was probably moved into PC gaming around about 18, maybe late 17, 18, around about that. It was when StarCraft 2 came out. That was what got me into PC gaming, and I never really played a game like StarCraft. I played the Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. Real sick game. I was too young to really know. Looking back at it now, I was a big noob, but you know, I really enjoyed that game. Wish they would make a new Lord of the Rings, but StarCraft was what we got going. It was such a badass game, and I can't wait till they release a new expansion, which is the actual Protoss storyline. And yeah, it's going to be sick. So hopefully that's covered that point. I think I've pretty much gone into it. I've kind of wobbled away from the actual subject a little bit, but hopefully I've covered the main aspects of it. You know, my favorite game, or my favorite kind of game, are strategy games, purely because of the feeling I have when actually doing that game. So we're almost coming to the end of the video now, guys. If you want to see some more COD footage, please let me know. I will try and work on getting some more. I did actually have a load, but the PlayStation PS Share thing sucks, let's put it that way. I lost a lot of good footage because of it. Oh, I just can't seem to take the footage off my PS4, which I don't know. I think this video doesn't actually end the whole way because of PS4's share footage. You can only record the last 15 minutes captured. So basically what happened, it captured 5 minutes of the game before this game, which means this game's 5 minutes too short, and I think we get the kill there. We won't see the game actually end, but I'm pretty sure he has some sick-ass score. Here it is, Cronikkles finished on 16 kills, 1 death, and only 1 plant. What a noob, there should have definitely been some more plants there. But in all fairness, if you look at the actual scoreboard, no one planted the bomb or defused it, so good job to him there. He had 1,885 points. That is 1,100 more than anyone else. So, certainly carried the game there. Probably not as good as me. Getting there. But anyway, nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Real cool search and destroy game from my buddy there. And if you want to see some more COD footage, let me know. Give me some ideas. I will talk about anything. I'm an open book. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Have a great day. Peace.